Hey everybody, welcome to Rumble and Breaks. We've got a pre-release of Phyrexia All will be one. Fun fact, I actually got back into Magic in new Phyrexia, mainly because of the Phyrexia Obliterator. I actually traded for Wastelands for it, but that was way back when it first came out. That's what I'm chasing in this set. I know that Elish Norn is actually the big card in this set. So without further ado, let's get breaking. Let's see how we would have done in the actual pre-release if we were to actually play in a tournament. So it's nice looking box. And let's just get breaking on this. So if we had been in the pre-release tournament, I would love some of the feedback as to, what would you have built with the cards that you would have gotten in here. Let's see. So you get these are the packs. You get a spin down die with the, where's the actual symbol? There's the actual symbol for the set. And usually you get one special card in this set. So, Filigree Silex, put an oil counter, destroy each non-land. Oh, this is like a Ratchet Bomb, I think. Yeah, it's like a Ratchet Bomb. That's a pretty neat card to actually get. I don't know if all the boxes get one of these or it's random, but this is actually a pretty nice card to get. All right, so in the pre-release set, you get 6 draft boosters. And if you all are interested, I can actually do a draft in Magic Arena if people are actually interested in seeing, or commenting as to how we should draft. So, Titanic Growth. So I think this is similar to in the set. Originally, Titanic Growth, it's an old card, but in the set there used to be a mutagenic growth. You play Phyrexian mana to actually cast it. Blazing Crescendo, that's actually a pretty neat card. Target creature gets +3/+1 till end of turn, so I would have probably played some sort of red in this case. Annihilating Glare. Cost the spell pay 4 to cast and destroy creature artifact, so that's not too bad. That's actually pretty darn good. Duress, great as always. That's a really pretty neat art. Chrome Prowler, Basilica Shepherd. So 3/3 flying. That's actually a nice looking white card for a draft. You may consider that. Drosh Pit. So these are the common lands. Sacrifice to draw a card. So it's not too bad for a cantrip. Bone Picker Scourge. It's beautiful, black and white. Wow. So I think the main thing with this set is that it's actually bringing back a lot of the poison counters with Toxic. So that's a really neat concept to actually have. Drown in Ichor. Skitter. I actually thought that said Skitter Tang originally, so that's a neat looking artifact. Feed the Infection, and we have a land. Copperline Gorge. That's actually, wow, that's a really neat looking art. So there's one of those tapped, enters the battlefield tap unless you control 2 or fewer lands. So if it's your second card, fantastic. Wow, that's a really nice looking forest. And that's one of the swords. So that's not too bad. I wouldn't actually like unless you're playing red and green, I wouldn't have loved the land. Black and red, maybe, or black and blue would have been great. So, Lexian Autonomous, dual list of Deep Faith, Oil Gorger Troll, Forge Hammer Centurion, Infectious Inquiry, that's Malkator Watcher, Mirror Kinsmith. So I think the big chase in this is also. One of the mirrors is like a legendary mirror. Phyrexian Drake. And let me know how you guys did in the pre-release. If you played, how did you fare? Did you win? Phyrexian Goblin Warrior. Annex Sentry. Expand the Sphere. I like any of the proliferate. Conduit of the Worlds. You may play lands from your graveyard. Choose target non-land permanent card in your graveyard. If you haven't cast a spell this turn, you may cast the additional Cast. Well, that's not. That's actually pretty neat. Wow, that's I guess the Phyrexian mana land. That's a mountain, or I guess the mountain. That is great looking. Really nice looking. Slow to draft. Oh, cool, Volt Charge. So again, back in the day, Volt Charge, what you use to proliferate the poison counters or anything else. That's really cool. I think back then you also had Hazard's Gambit, just for draws, Icrid Synthesizer, Orthodoxy Enforcer. I think one of the things that big people are afraid of, so here's a Toxic. So players dealt combat damage by this creature can also get 2 poison counters, so on top of the actual damage. So it's a race to either poison or death by 0 life. Furnace Spellbomb, a Skull Bomb, Contagious Vorak, Prophetic Prism. It's always nice to have that's actually pretty good, a nice card. I mean, 2 casting costs, you get to draw 1 card and adds colorless mana. Not too bad. That's a neat looking card. It looks like one of those. That's really neat. Paladin of Predation. That's cool. Phyrexian Knight. Toxic 6. Wow. Expensive though. It feels neat. The back feels actually quite different. Cephalopod Sentry. Power equal to the number of artifacts you control. So if you have an artifact deck, fantastic card. Bladed Ambassador. Soulless Jailer. Permanent cards in your graveyard can't enter the battlefield. So, ooh, that's tough. Like, wow, that's tough. Players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyard or exile. Wow. And an Immobilized Tamio Immobilizer. And that's the island. The Phyrexian Might. That's neat. It's a neat looking foil. So we'll look forward to actually cracking some of the collectors or even the set boosters. We'll give you that perspective in a later video, probably on 2-Pack Tuesdays. Adaptive Spore Singer, Free from Flesh, Pestilence Siphoner, Galexian Autonomous, Duelist of Deep Faith, Maze Skullbone, the Galexian Raptor. I guess you could see it's some sort of yeah, I guess so. It is a raptor. So 1 casting cost haste. So it's like this is your Raging Goblin, but better, I guess. Ruthless Predation, Ambulatory Edifice, Leaf of Demolition, Against All Odds. All will be one. Mythic. At least we got a Mythic. I mean, that's not bad for 4-pack so far. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, all will be 1 deals that much damage to target opponent. Wow. Enchanted opponents and creature and opponent controls, or planeswalker and opponent controls. Wow. Nice. That's actually quite nice, especially if we play like Proliferate. That is quite good. That is quite good. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're looking for, the one thing I'm chasing is also a sword. Sword of Forgent Frontier. Vanished Eternity. Lattice Blade Mantis. Molten Rebuke. Cruel Grim Narch. Vivisurgent Insight. Crawling Chorus. Complete Devotion. It's neat that it's called Complete, and the way they spelled it is kind of odd looking for me. So even the set's also named Complete, so it's kind of interesting. So this is a neat card. You search your library for a mirror card. So mirror decks are, that's a good pickup for that. Surgical Bay. We're looking for the new Mental Misstep, except it's minor misstep. It's kind of like a soul snare, but for 1. Incubation Sack. Zenith Chronicler. Whenever a player casts your first multicolored spell each turn, other players draw a card. I guess that's a trade-off for being a 2-caster artifact for that. So, and here's another Might. And last but not least, the last pack. You got the Elish Norn and the front cover. Furnace Strider. Gulping Skull Trap. Glistener Seer. Another Titan Growth. Titanic Growth. Yeah. Hazardous Blast. Vraska's Fall. I like that. You got a poison counter. We got a foil, looks like. Blight Belly Rat. If you like the rat decks. Fleshling Raptor. I guess a bunch of different raptors in the set. Resistance Sky Warden. These all look like, if you ever watched the Starship Troopers, they kind of look like those beasts. That's neat. That's really cool if you can get all the oil counters. Fossil Invasion. That's a neat looking card. So Toxic. So whenever a creature you control becomes the target of, this is one of those cards that is, I think if you're into the poison decks, this is fantastic. Not only does it get Toxic for 1, but whenever a creature you control becomes the target of spells, target opponent gets a poison counter. So you can target your creature. I'm guessing you can target your creature with like a bunch of pump abilities, hexproof abilities, and you're giving your opponent tokens. So that is fantastic. Synthesizer. Actually, that's another one of those cards that I was looking for. And here's the white version of the mana and the Rebel. So yeah, so I mean, you've seen our deck. I would be, just because of this card, I'd probably be inclined to play with green-red. I mean, I guess so then, if that's the case, that Corporaline Gorge was actually quite a neat pickup because it gives us the ability for red and green. So let me know what you think. I mean, I think definitely the red-green would be the way to go. So let us know what you think. How did we do? Did we fare okay? And how did you all do in terms of the pre-release? Have a great week, folks.